watched homemakers on Instagram or YouTube or any other platform and thought to yourself that it must be easy for them because they have a successful business, their husband is successful, or they live on a big homestead and grow their own food and have a milking cow? Well, I certainly have thought all of those things because I have neither of those. But I still decided 5 years ago that I would be a stay-at-home mom and that we would make it work on an average income, homeschooling 3 children in a big city. And today I wanted to share with you how we make it work and what the true cost is of being a homemaker on a low income. Hey, my name is Stephanie and I'm a mom to 3 children and I love everything about the home. I love homemaking, homeschooling, working from home, being home. It is my favorite place to be. And 5 years ago, I decided with my husband that I would become a homemaker, a stay-at-home mom full-time. And it hasn't always been easy. I have tried to create streams of income from home, but the reality is we have lived off of one income for 5 years now. And I just wanted to mention and share with you our story and how we make it work on one income, but what the true cost is of being a homemaker on one income, because it is not always easy. Now, before we dive into all the things that I wanted to mention, I wanted to make sure that you know about my homemaker's prayer, which you can find in the link below. And it is a powerful prayer that you can pray every single morning to bless your home, bless your family, and just have a great day. So if you want to have the homemaker's prayer, click the link down below and grab your copy today. But let's dive into all the reasons or all the ways that I made it work on one income. So the first thing that I want you to see is the value of being a homemaker, because a lot of times we feel like we are wasting our time, our talents, our gifts, our money, because we are home. We could be doing so many things that are better or more accepted by society. But the truth is, there's nothing more important than raising your children and then creating a beautiful home for your family, because it doesn't have to be beautiful on the outside, on aesthetic, but creating a home that your family loves to be in, and that is a safe place for your children and for your husband to come home to, where your children feel loved and they get to grow up with biblical values. That is the most important job that you have as a mother, and you are not wasting your time. You are doing the most important thing that you could be doing right now. You are raising the next generation to become the best people they can be. So do not ever think that you are wasting your time. Now, another thing that is important to know and to notice is that it does require you to make some sacrifices. You cannot live off of one income and live a luxurious lifestyle and buy all the things that you see and do all the things that you want to do. It's not possible, and it will cause you to go into huge debt, and that is not what you want. You want to be able to live off of one income and create a life for you and your family that is going to be fun and pleasant to live and not going to be filled with worry about all the debt that you have. So it does require some sacrifices, but it doesn't have to be tough. You can learn a ton of new skills, which we'll talk about later. But for us, it meant that we had to sacrifice some luxurious things like eating out every single week or going on vacation 2 or 3 times a year. That is not possible for us anymore. And even though I would love to go on holiday every single week, I'm okay with it because I see how important it is for me to be home. And yes, I could go back to work and earn a lot of money and go on holiday 2 or 3 times a year. But is going on holiday that important to me, or is being home with my children more important? And every time we talk about it, we always come back to the fact that being home is the most important thing that I could be doing right now. And yes, we have to give up some things, but that is okay. You don't have to buy and give all the things to you and your family in order to be happy. All you need is being together. And like they say, love is the greatest gift. That is really what you need. They need to be at home and need to feel loved at home. And that is more important than all the fancy toys with all the colors and sounds and being annoying. They don't need all the fancy toys. They can play with whatever they have and they can be super satisfied with what they have. And it's really something that is important to learn as well. So it does require some sacrifices from both you and your children, but if you see the bigger picture, then that is okay with you, and that is what I want you to remember. Now, one thing in order to make this work is to become creative and to learn new skills in order to be able to live frugally and to live simply, and to create the life that you actually love without having all the excess money. So one of the things that you could actually learn is to cook from home. You don't have to eat out every single day in order to eat healthy or to eat at all. You could simply create beautiful meals at home, create delicious dishes that are gonna help you to stay healthy and fit. And it is not hard to cook from home. And it is actually kind of funny to me because I am a Dutch mom. I live in the Netherlands, and in the Netherlands, it's so common to cook your meals every single night. I don't really know any person in my direct environment that goes out more than once a week, that orders takeout more than once a week, because it's not that common in the Netherlands. But in the United States, or what I see from the United States, it's actually a lot harder for people to cook from home and to see the beauty from cooking a home-cooked meal. But that is definitely something that you want to learn, because it's going to save you a bunch of money and it's going to make it a lot easier for you to live off of one income. Because if you have just a little bit of money, it is a lot easier to make it stretch to the last penny when you cook meals from home than when you go out every night or when you order takeout, because it's way more expensive. So it is important to learn how to cook delicious meals, learn how to make fun snacks, and things like that. Learn how to sew your own dresses, mend things that are broken. Things like that are important to learn because it's going to help you to stretch your dollars more and to make sure that you can actually live more frugal and live off of one income. Another way to live frugal or live simply is to not always want to keep up with the Joneses. You don't have to have all the fancy new stuff in order to be happy. I already mentioned it before, but one of the things that I see a lot of times is people keep buying stuff for their children because they always need new toys and they don't like that toy anymore. So we need a new one and we need this and we need that. You don't need all the fancy new things for your children because they can play with whatever they find. I have noticed that for my baby, whenever I give them just a spoon from the kitchen, they can play for hours. They don't need fancy toys. And another thing that you could do in order to make it a little more exciting for your children is try to do toy rotation. You don't have to do a fancy, elaborate toy rotation system. That is not necessary. What we do is we have a very basic, simple system. We have 3 baskets in the house where all the toys are. That is everything that we have downstairs for the children to play with. So that means there's a few toys upstairs that they don't play with at this time. Right now we have the Duplo set because my 2-year-old loves to play with it, and we have a train set downstairs. And we have, for example, the magnet tiles are upstairs, or the wooden beads are upstairs as well. When they are done playing with the things that we have downstairs, we just rotate one of the things, and I put the train set upstairs, I grab the magnet tiles, and for them, the magnet tiles will feel like a new toy. They will think, oh, that is so fun. We haven't played with this for weeks. They will play with it for hours because it feels like it's something new. And that is an easy way for them to keep excited about the toys that they have downstairs or in their room or wherever you have your toys in your playroom. Don't give them all the toys at once, but give them a few toys to play with. When they don't show interest in that toy anymore, just take it away, put something else in place of it, and put the thing that they're not interested in anymore, put it upstairs. And in a few weeks, put it back out and you will see that they will actually like it a lot better. So make sure that you don't always feel the need to keep up with the Joneses. Now, if you live off of one income and you really are struggling and it's really hard to live off of one income, then try to find side hustles that you can do from home. You don't have to work outside of the house in order to earn an income for your household. So try to start a side hustle, do a network marketing business, start selling your own digital products, create a YouTube channel, become an influencer, whatever you want to do. Try to do things from home that can actually give you some extra income. And it can also be things like bake cakes for your neighborhood or walk the dog for your neighbor. So starting a side hustle can actually help you to live off of one income. And if that is what you need to do, then definitely go for it. It is something that I have done for the last 5 years. I have had successful and not that successful things that I did from home. I had a blog that was a major failure. I did a network marketing business that I eventually quit. I am now working on blogging and a YouTube channel, things like that. I'm selling my own digital products. Things like that are gonna help me provide some extra income for our household, because you don't have to live off of one income if you can do something else. But the main job that you will have is being a homemaker. And I mentioned it in my previous videos, but it is really important to see that your job as a homemaker is your number one thing, and don't let your side hustle take over, which I will put a video in the iCard above on how my side hustle actually took over my life. Which is not what you want to do. Anyway, if you made it this far into the video, click the link down below and grab your homemaker's prayer. It will bless your morning, trust me. So if you are a homemaker and you live off of one income, let us know down below what your tips and tricks are for how you make this work, because we can all learn from each other. So let us know down below. I would love to learn from you. And I just wanted to thank you for being here, and I hope to see you in my next video.